If you ain't heard, you ain't listening hard enough. London, tell them whose game this is.
Oh, me gusta.
Well, look at this, prima donna!
Acknowledge me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime, folks! Yeah! Oh. Yeah! Yeah! Let me talk to you! Welcome to World of Kayfabe Podcast, a pro wrestling podcast. I'm the host, the venomous one, Nick Venom, along with my two good friends, the Professor, Staggerly Crocker, and, the man that cheats the system in today's economy. I give you the man that still thinks that the Astros are going to win the World Series, which, nah, you ain't having no chance. I give you Dan the Mother effing Man. And I have a special guest. I got this piece of crap with me. Gentlemen, welcome to the show tonight. How y'all doing?
What up?
I'm good.
We'll get to him later. We'll get to Caleb later on. Anyway, we got Robbie and Caleb as well, but Caleb's doing stuff over there. He's typing up some last minute stuff.
Doing Caleb
Guys,
stuff.
what's going on? How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow, but yeah, we're good.
I'm on vacation this whole week.
Same, bro.
Are you really?
Yeah, he's on a technical vacation over there. I'm on an actual paid vacation. I had to burn off some hours before it died. And okay, who's vaping? Oh, you vape? How the hell? That's gonna be like the whole thing tonight. It's like it looks like we're getting high.
Vape.
We're not getting high. It's just I got two guys that vapes.
Getting high on nicotine, bro.
Something like that. Anyway, but yeah, without further ado, tonight we got a. Well, yeah. I mean, it's the main event right now. Right.
Who is?
Oh my God! Shut up.
Hey, who is main eventing Raw right now?
The main event is
Finn and
for those who didn't watch Raw, spoiler alert.
Finn and Priest versus Kevin and Zayn.
Is it for the belt or no?
No.
It's a 9-title match. But yeah, tonight we got our predictions, our top 10 predictions, and this has been a good episode. This is a really good idea that I wanted because last year we did our Dark Side of the Ring predictions for season 4. And to kind of give credit, I mean, I don't want to give credit. I mean, other than, Steve and Larson going in Raw, they did their episode like last week or so, sometime last week, of their predictions, and it kind of gave me an idea of what I want to do for Dark Side of the Ring. And I know Joey and I have similar minds when it comes to stuff like this. And if I know him well, he's going to absolutely say what's on my mind. I know he will. Anyway, so I believe we should start this off, kick it off. But first, before we do anything, I want to say, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to YouTube, you like what you see, head on over, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. And check us out on our audio stuff as well. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, all that other good stuff. So without further ado, Robert. So yeah, my bad. Some people that like to fuck up the whole podcast. That's why it's not part of the show no more. Anyway, so yeah, without further ado, let's get this show rolling. So, I guess we're gonna start this off. We're gonna start off the predictions, right? Now this will be 10 from each of us. Well, I don't know about you. I don't know if you watched Dark.
I haven't watched it.
Well, do we even have enough? Do we even have enough to make 10 for each of us?
I think so. I think so. I mean,
Let's just do top 10 predictions.
I'll do.
One
I
of
got
each.
10. I know for a fact I have 10. I know for a fact that I have 10. 10 episodes that I have in mind, or top 10 ideas and everything.
Okay, back.
So, starting things off, we have our dummy of the night. We're still getting that rolling.
Dummy. Yeah.
I was prepared.
Tonight!
I was prepared for my dark side list. You know?
Oh, well, shit. Well, I don't want to go straight to it. I want to kind of
Yeah.
fill in the bones. So tonight's dummy of the night is our media manager, which you will be a guest on the show because RetroCon is right around the corner. We're talking about my boy Dave Galaxy or Davey Ryder or Davey Dix, as we like to call him. We like to call him Davey Dix and all that good shit. Absolutely cringeworthy shit that he put on, but yeah, good time. They had their nerd swap that's in Homa. It's pretty funny shit. They had a good time, but man, Davey looked like he was drunk as hell. So tonight, this dummy of the night is my good friend, I mean, at this point, our virtual punching bag. We love him to death. Yeah, exactly. Is none other than Davey. So, Davey, this was for you. Dummy!
Dummy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Suck it!
There you go. That was pretty good, Joey. Not bad. Not bad. So, kicking things off tonight. I don't know if you're ready. Joey, you ready for the... You got everything ready?
Yeah.
Everything set up? All right, sick. So tonight, number 10. Normally, Dark Side of the Ring, they normally start out with a superstar. Right? There's somebody that's big. They did it with Chris Benoit. It was a 2-part series. They did it with Chris Candido, Tammy Sitch, which, by the way, Tammy got sentenced 25 years.
No, she has not been sentenced yet. The sentencing will happen later on, in a few months. But
Well, it pleaded no contest.
yeah, she pleaded no contest.
But she couldn't find a lawyer.
She's facing 25 years in jail. I mean prison. But it could be lower once sentencing happens.
Right.
Because also she will also count any time that she's been in prison. She's been in jail for a year or two now. So
Yeah.
that'll be time served. But yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So she could be facing up to 25 years in prison. I mean, it could be possible she could be facing even more.
But yeah, she's going to be in her 70s when she gets out. She's not going to. She doesn't look in good shape now. So
She
I don't
she
think
let herself go.
I don't think she's going to do well in prison.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel like my number 10. They should have done it for Chris Candido and Sonny. I'm gonna give it to. I want to say, Tammy Sitch. The life and ties of Tammy Sitch, aka Sonny. Because we should have had a solo episode dedicated to Tammy. Now, obviously, we're not going to have Tammy Sitch on the show. We got to have the family members and what she was like and all that stuff. But again, it's kind of beating a dead horse because at this point, they already done it with Chris Candido. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, what y'all think for y'all? Well, Dan, I don't know if you have one in mind.
I do.
Okay, well,
I got 6 right now. So.
That's fine, dude. That's fine.
I would say my first pick, really quick. I'm not going to go into a long tangent about it, but I'd like to see an episode on the dark side of CZW.
Dude, that's good. That was actually one of mine.
I think a dark side of CZW would be good.
I believe with CCW, they definitely need to have a Dark Side of the Ring episode.
They've got to, 'cause it ain't perfect.
If not that,
especially they can go and do the whole DJ Hyde versus John Zandig when they were.
I wouldn't even say that, Joey.
What they were like feuding each other, and they were like, no, I meant actually back in political stage when DJ Hyde was trying to buy the company out.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I would do with that episode, I'd like to have Nick Gage on there talking about the time where he died, like twice?
Yeah, during Tournament of Death, which that alone deserves
Oh,
a Dark Side of the Ring episode.
he's got the Nick Cage. There is the Nick Cage episode of Dark Side.
Well, did he talk about that? Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Okay.
He did. But I mean, like I said, I feel like my pick, I mean, my number 10 would be Sunny. But yeah, I think that would be my pick.
Mine.
Dan's got CCW.
Mine would be the CM Punk Dr. Chris Amond WWE lawsuit medical, him leaving WWE time period.
And that's probably, I guess, the more recent, because normally they like to wait till it's like after 10 years or so to actually cover it.
Yeah, but
this is probably the more recent. And I mean, I have another one possible. Now, I will give credit to Going in Raw, because some of the stuff that I got kind of came from them in a way. I'm not plagiarizing. I'm not trying to copy anything from them. I am going to give them credit, because some of the stuff that I kind of came up with, I agree with it. Now, however, CZW, absolutely. But I feel like this would be my number 8. Oh, no, number 9. Number 9 would be Wrestling Society X. And we've been watching it. We haven't really got back into it because we haven't really had any good views on it, because nobody want to watch Wrestling Society X. It's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show. It's not that great. You know what I mean? And it had so many good talent. So much good talent. And one of them is actually going to be on my list for tonight and all that stuff. So, oh shit. My TV went out. Hang on, give me 1 second here. But yeah, I feel like that would be perfect to have Wrestling Society X to cover it. And I mean, we could have had another season. We could have had stuff going on and all that's good stuff. So WSX, definitely my number 9. So Dan, what you got for number 9?
I picked the Heroes of Wrestling event from October 10th of 1999, where you've seen Jake the Snake infamously making out and tonguing his snake.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was at his worst.
Yeah, so I would say that would be my number 9.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We didn't get the Joey's yet.
No.
Yeah. But mine would be IWA Mid-South.
Yeah.
The whole controversies. I mean, you could even link this up into the CZW thing. You could just do a deathmatch episode about the dark side of deathmatch, because there's
really and truly. I would have said Ian Rotten.
Yeah,
Ian Rotten, just in general.
Yeah.
Ian Rotten just deserves it. You know what I mean? A lot of it just revolves around him. I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I get it, the whole deathmatch thing, but it's like, Ian Rotten just, it would prove how much of a piece of shit he really is. I mean, just like what happened with Jay Chris. The dude, he kept asking Ian about, hey, can you get the money? Can you do this? Can you do that? All this stuff. And sure enough, didn't hear from him. The dude completely ghosted him. Man. And it didn't go well. And it ended up having Jake burn the belts that he had. And one of the belts, he burned them. Just burned the leather off. So, oh yeah. So my number 8, and we're kind of going fast. I don't mean to go fast. We're trying to do, the best of our knowledge. I had a lot in mind, but this one is also a deathmatch incident. It's basically Mickey Knuckles. Mickey Knuckles deserves Dark Side of the Ring episode, but not just, she's bad wrestling. No, she's not bad wrestling. It's the Mike Levi incident. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
The whole Mike Levi incident, which is where this man was on MySpace and pretty much bragging. As a matter of fact, let me see. I want to know the exact reason.
and in fact, we had Man Pondo on the show talk about it.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, exactly. If you guys want to check that out, that'd be awesome. Let me see if I can find it out. Here we go. Oh, no. I mean, I hit the wrong. I hit the wrong one. So that was pretty much the thing on that. That would have been. I'm reading off a subreddit, by the way. And I'm reading the incident. So apparently, on June 21st, by the way, on June 21st, 2008, the IWA Mid South held a match for its third annual Queen of the Death Match tournament, which booked Deathmatch Queen veteran Mickey Knuckles against the White Lion Mike Levi. Mike Levi was an untrained wrestler, so basically at this point a backyard wrestler.
Logan
When
Paul.
expressed, not necessarily, not necessarily. I wouldn't say he's a backyarder. Could be, or just talking a lot of mess and all that good stuff. But lost my train of where's that spot at? Anyway, untrained wrestler who had expressed interest in competing in the tournament, and by some wrestling based message boards, Ian Rotten learned of this and flew in Mike Levi as a joke. The match was supposed to be a squash match for Mickey, but it ended up being like this shoot fight to where almost literally everybody just jumped in and beat the shit out of this man. So it was crazy. That definitely deserves to be in a Dark Side of the Ring. And not only that, she was literally about to go to TNA, right? She was literally right, so she couldn't really have anything, not even a scratch on it.
Because Joey, what was her name in TNA?
I think it was Moose.
Was it Moose?
Yeah, it was Moose. Yeah,
or Moose. No, not that Moose. Not that Moose.
It is, but it was Moose, but it's not that Moose.
No. So, Dan, what you got for your? I don't even know what number. This is just at this point, it's just freaking just suggestions out there.
Yeah. For my next one, I got Sherry Martel. I'd like to see one on her.
Okay, well, how so?
I don't know. She was just a name that I thought would be interesting. No particular reason. I just want to know a little bit more about her.
Could be a possible.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Dark Side of the Ring, we recently had the Jimmy Hart's comments about Happy Side of the Ring. Now we have Bruce Pritchard saying it needs to be Happy Side of the Ring also.
No. People like controversy. A lot of people want to want to be a part of the Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, Sherry Martel, I wouldn't mind having a Dark Side of the Ring episode just to pretty much cover the life and the life and death of Sherry Martel. Some pretty good stuff. That would be a pretty good episode. I feel like, man, there's some pretty good ones. As much as I want to say Scott Hall, I don't want to say Scott Hall. However, his whole thing has been beaten to the ground at this point. We all know.
Yeah, but you could do it on his death because supposedly he had fallen off the wagon prior to his death.
Right.
And gotten into drinking again.
I think my second half of my list is where it's going to really ramp up and be good.
My season finale is a really good one.
My prediction would be Daphne.
That's a good one.
Such a sad. It's so sad, even because everything was over tweets, even when she was happening, and
it's
Periscope
very,
or whatever.
Very sad because she was going through a lot.
Yeah.
And she ended up, unaliving herself.
Yeah.
After she went live on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It was on one of those.
She had a gun.
Things. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. So by the way, guys, this is gonna be a tough episode. It's Dark Side of the Ring predictions. So again, normally we're trying to have fun, laughing, and all that bullshit. But tonight we're just trying to come up with predictions for a Dark Side of the Ring episode.
We'll move on to the happy.
We'll move on to the funny shit in a little while. We'll get to the good shit. So another good guess. Now this one involves CM Punk. It's probably the recent one, and I doubt they will ever do it. They'll probably have to wait. And at this point, I don't even think Dark Side of the Ring will even continue long after this. And that's the the Brawl Out 2022.
Yeah.
Between CM Punk and Ace Steel and the Elite. And I mean, it was just.
Yeah.
It was a who's who. I mean, some people saying, oh, well, CM Punk had the door wide open.
I think that's way too recent of an event to get anybody that would be willing to talk. You'd only get like people like Dave Meltzer going, all speculation and all that.
And not only that, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the Young Bucks are allowed to even talk about that.
No, they're on hush.
They're not. Right now. The lawyers are like, hey, no, y'all can't talk about this.
There's probably a lawsuit involved in that. So
there's a lawsuit involved. I mean, if anything, after the lawsuit gets settled, I mean, shit, it may end up becoming.
Yeah, but usually they sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, on when lawsuits are over too. So
it could be possibly a book, or it could be its own documentary. I mean, shit, I don't know.
Because it was a private locker room, from what I know, so they're not going to have many people to talk about it either. So
yeah,
only going to have people involved.
Maybe in the next 5 or 10 years, it may be a shoot interview.
So,
yeah,
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say my season finale, because I have a feeling Joey's going to hit me with it. Joey and I have a feeling Joey's going to probably steal it from me. So I'm going to say before he even says it, Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart. I said it on the podcast last week.
Yeah.
Teddy Hart.
Yeah.
Teddy freaking Hart needs to be on a Dark Side of the Ring episode. Now, granted, I understand this man's probably in jail.
Yeah.
As we speak, as of recording, he's in jail, right? Let me see.
I don't know. But I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't. But I don't know if we essentially need one. We had that great Peacock documentary that explored Teddy Hart's life, and that's in like 5 parts. So
that's the thing. So clearly, I mean, we had the whole documentary from last year that was put on Peacock, right?
Yeah.
However, I feel like there's more to dive into. I feel like there's more stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? Just kind of cover up everything that happened. I mean, sure, you have that documentary on Peacock, but at the same token, I would just like to see it, because I mean, this is a guy who was the youngest one to get signed by WWE and ended up getting let go at the same time because of his attitude. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, basically what CM Punk is slowly becoming. He's evolving into a Teddy Hart, like, just without the drugs and all that bullshit. So, yeah. That would be my season finale. 100% that would be my season finale of the show. I would have loved to see him in the show, in the season for season 5. So yeah. What you guys think of? What y'all guys got?
My next one, because we've already said Teddy Hart. He's on my list. We've already said Ian Rotten. Blah, blah, blah. I would say this one's a very obscure one. I would say Pat Patterson and the Ring Boy scandals.
Yeah. That's a pretty good one. That's a really good one.
Mine would be Eddie Guerrero's tag team partner, Art Barr.
Yep.
His death was a drug overdose, I believe, and inventor of the Frog Splash.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Another good one that I feel would be pretty good, because he did some WCW stuff this past season for Dark Side of the Ring. I feel that the final day of WCW needs to be in there. The last day.
Nitro?
The final Nitro needs to be on there. Yeah, there was a lot of shit that happened. I mean, not only that, a lot of people will say Vince Russo killed WCW, and I agree to that. You know what I mean? So again, this is another good one that I have in mind. Again, another recent one. I doubt they're going to cover it, but the Me Too movement. The Me Too stuff. So basically, this is for like your blowy, crying, Demi Javik. I'm not gonna say their actual names. I'm not gonna say their wrestling names, but if you know, you know. And your villains, if you know what I mean. But the thing with Marty's situation is Marty, what he was doing was legal where he's at.
Yeah, he just announced that he's returning to AAA.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, nice.
That's good. But let me ask y'all this: are y'all willing to forgive what Marty has done compared to what
I don't know, like
because
he was like dating a 14-year-old, wasn't it? And
16 or 14, if I'm not mistaken. It was between 14 and 16.
But yeah, I know the age of consent is much lower.
Yeah.
In the UK. But it's still creepy to be like 19 dating like a 14-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing.
I always thought it was creepy. Thought it was really
weird.
I always thought it was weird when people that were graduated in my high school like 2 years and they'd come and visit the kids, the high schoolers. Thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I never done that. Yeah, I never did that after.
I'd see like people that went to college and they come to their and visit their girlfriend there. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, you know, I don't know if I'm ready to forgive what Marty did. I mean, I know for a fact he's not coming to AEW. I know for a fact that he's not coming to.
Yeah, he's not getting signed to any.
No, he's not
getting signed to any American promotion. He can only work in Mexico because they don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, they just don't give a shit at all. There was another one that I had on my list, and I forget the name, but it's the one where the guy that threw the cinder block and the other guy.
Oh, I don't know the guy, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know the Mexican, but that Mexico event, but I don't. That's so. It's such a small, story, compared to everything else. Like, I don't know. You're going to get a lot of Mexican wrestlers. I guess you could get translators to translate for.
Yeah.
I just don't know if
I
don't know if you could stretch that into an entire hour. You could do that. You could do that deathmatch wrestling gone wrong episode or whatever.
And just put that in there.
Yeah.
I have mine because I have no more left because we've all kind of said each other's. My season finale would be Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that would be that'd be pretty good.
I'm surprised none of y'all have said that yet.
So it looks like Dark Side of the Ring is getting a season 5, so it's getting confirmed. However, what would be a good idea for trying to think? Let's see. Is this from So Joey was right. CM Punk's departure. That's basically, that would be an idea.
Yeah.
Black Saturday, which was where on July 14th, 1984, Vince McMahon had bought out Georgia Championship Wrestling and instead putting in, we got this new product called WWF. And it was like a talk show. It was like, we got this going on and that going on.
Yeah, it was him and Vince and Bobby's talk show thing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Another one that is a potential idea. Terry Gordy. Terry Gordy is probably the best remembered for his days as one of the fabulous Freebirds. He was a huge star in the 80s.
And then he
matched against the Von Erichs.
And then he had a drug overdose on an international flight, was never the same again.
Yeah.
And he participated in the IWA King of the Deathmatch tournament against Cactus Jack.
And he didn't know he was in a death match.
Really?
Mick Foley revealed that. He went up to Mick Foley like, Mick, I have to go into barbed wire? I don't like barbed wire.
I don't think, because he was only in that opening match.
Yeah, this was after his overdose, too, so he wasn't all,
Well, did he even... He didn't even take a bump into the thumbtacks.
Yeah, Cactus protected him a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to find some good stuff. Here's another good one, and I feel like you guys can probably agree with me. The backstage politics with the Click. I think we've done this last year, I think that was my prediction for season 4. We'll hear from the guys that were probably part of the backstage and all that stuff
Yeah.
for the click. I don't know if you guys.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if you guys saw me or not. I don't know if I froze or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
No, that'd be a cool episode.
Yeah. Another good one. The Vince McMahon and Bob Costas interview.
Yeah.
That one. That's basically. I think that's the one where
Where
I believe.
he grabs the guy by the neck. Ah!
Yeah. That was like back in the day too.
Yeah, I just researched.
Another good one because they're both not in WWE.
Yeah.
The TNA Victory Road 2011 incident. You know exactly the one I'm talking about. The Jeff Hardy versus Sting match, which ultimately is just Jeff Hardy at this point because, I mean, Jeff Hardy, a man that had so much great potential, but it ended up spiraled out of control with drugs and substance abuse and alcohol and all that good stuff. Yeah, now he's probably retiring or on the road of retirement with AEW. Another one that looks like would be a pretty good idea would be the life and death of Sean O'Hare.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
frozen.
Yeah. That. Jeez, he had so much potential when he was doing those.
Talk about
when he was doing those promos on SmackDown, where he's just in that white room and the suit and everything. There was so much potential with those promos.
the devil's advocate type of thing.
Yeah, those difficult. Yeah, there was so much.
Yeah, those are pretty good stuff.
There was so much potential with that,
Hey.
but never went anywhere.
You know it'd be a good episode because no one ever even talks about the guy anymore. Crash Holly.
Yeah,
Dude, because it was like he was so up in WWF and then he just
Yeah, because
he was gone.
he died in 2003, I believe. So
yeah, 2003.
So he might have he had like maybe a career from 98 to 03. I know he did stuff in ECW before then.
And he was in TNA after his
Yeah.
WWF run.
But that's yeah.
Another one that would be a damn good episode in my opinion would be, and now clearly he won't be able to be a part of the show because he's with WWE, and that's JBL being a bully. JBL being a bully backstage. You could have the blue meanie.
Well, I mean, you're completely right, but you could always. I would say that's one of those instances where it's too small of a thing to make a full episode. Like, do something like Joey said. You could do like politics in wrestling, and have JBL in there.
Yeah. You could do a whole episode like the toxicity of backstage.
Yeah,
and throw in JBL and anybody else. I don't know.
I mean, that would be a perfect idea.
Hardcore Holly's known as a dick. Put him in there.
Yeah.
I'm just going online and trying to find various because like I said, my season finale was going to be Teddy Hart. I feel like that would probably be
But,
perfect way to end season 5. It would have been all over the place. I think that'll probably be the most wild episode too.
My prediction would be Trent Acid. He had so much potential.
Yeah.
And then
wow.
Yes. Trent Acid's another one.
He had so much potential, and then just
Good pick.
Just drugs.
Good pick.
Damn drugs.
Hey, thank you for actually saying that. A really good movie for anybody watching, y'all two included, is check out a movie called what is it? Card Subject to Change.
Yep, I've seen that. I've seen that multiple times.
Very good. He was the main focal point in that movie. Was Trent Acid?
Yeah.
Great movie. Great movie.
Let's see. Now I'm on Cultaholic, and they already covered Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman was a 2-part episode. They already covered Ultimate Warrior. Nothing really going on here. But yeah, but it is confirmed. I believe they're gonna have another season for season 5. I don't see this ending, but
there's no way
it's hard for them to end it because it's their most popular show. I mean, there's so many
cash cow.
There's so many spin-offs of it too.
Yeah.
Because there's already been like Dark Side Comedy 90s and all that 80s and all that. I'm sure that they're going to do Dark Side of Music soon. You
Mhm.
know.
Well,
Dude,
they
I'm
also
really,
got Tales of the Territory.
Yeah, that too.
They got that coming up, I'm sure.
I'm really digging Dark Side of the 2000s.
Yeah. I've been checking that out. You know what I mean? I kind of want to check it out. I want to get him into it because I mean
I
he
think
was
you would like
raised.
it.
Robbie was raised, in the 2000s as well. He was a teenager.
Yeah,
Robbie, what year?
over
Robbie, what year
2000.
were you born, bro?
90.
90? Oh yeah, dude, he would love it.
Let's see. I'm trying to find some more ideas. But yeah, Teddy Hart, 100%. If you would have watched Dark Side of the Ring, it's on Vice. Now, granted, we get it on Plex because Joey's good people. Joey has the 401, all the good stuff, all that good shit. I want to. I'm about to know they don't have it.
Oh, me gusta.
Jesus, and when that damn
Hey, but even if we want to go crazy stuff on Dark Side, we could do an episode.
What's that, bro?
We could do an episode of Alberto Del Rio and Paige
Yeah.
relationship.
Oh my God, that would be great.
Eventually, they're gonna have to start doing the recent stuff.
Any reason for the media to shit all over that dude is perfect.
Oh yeah, Dark Side of the Ring is the perfect
Fuck-
media to shit on this man.
Fuck him. I loved it when Miracle Crow Cop knocked his goddamn head off in Pride.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
another good one
Fuck him.
that I just found that would be interesting is Hard Body Harrelson.
Oh jeez,
Yes.
him kidnapping those women and holding them hostage.
Yeah, he was
Sex
a
slaves.
former platoon and motor sergeant in the U.S. Army before changing his career to become a professional wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison wrestled in WCW as an enhancement talent until he was brought in 2001 by the WWE. After leaving the wrestling business, Harrison, along with the two others, were involved in a sex trafficking scandal
Yep.
in which they groomed women who wanted to be professional wrestlers and made them sex slaves.
Yep.
Harrelson is currently serving a life sentence for his crime. So that would be a crazy incident. That would be a crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, before wrestling, he was on some FX show where he was like a boxer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then Dan mentioned the Ring Boy scandal, which is basically in the 80s there was a strong allegations made against high-ranking WWE employees relating to sexual advantage.
Hey, you want to see
Sexual advances.
You want to see who they should do Happy Side of the Ring about? Oh,
Yeah, Robbie came up with a good.
they should do Happy Side of the Ring about her.
But they should.
Poor Jay, you dumb.
They did that
Who
nine.
the hell was that?
We don't even
That
know.
was Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, it's different. Oh,
We don't even. We don't.
that's this, Dan. It's literally that.
They did that episode of Nine Lives of Vince McMahon, but it was all just rehash stuff. It would be cool if
Yeah.
they actually did a real episode of Vince McMahon and actually did it full.
I
Give
feel
it-
like
Give it 3 more seasons. We'll have it.
Maybe
Yeah.
it'll probably happen when he's dead.
I feel like that will probably be whenever they get a good episode with Vince. It's after. Unfortunately, he would be dead because look at the whole sexual thing that he got involved with. The sexual harassment,
The Hush Money scandal.
the hush money scandal. Yeah, the sexual scandal or whatever it was.
Yeah, and then
All that stuff. Yeah.
what's her name? Oh, well, the referee. Oh, I can't remember her name right now, but she got a big settlement because of the rape accusations.
Obviously, the Renegade needs to be in Dark Side of the Ring. We need to get a Renegade episode out. Now, for those of you who don't know who the Renegade
And you're
is,
talking about Rita Charlton.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Renegade.
No,
No.
the female referee that accused Vince
Oh,
of rape.
I was about to say, I'm talking
But
about
yes,
the
Renegade, WCW's cheap attempt to have an Ultimate Warrior knockoff.
Yeah, and they did it. They did it
Yeah.
until Warrior came to WCW, and it was just Poor guy. After that, he got released, and I mean, he ended up killing himself, which was
I'm not gonna lie.
bad.
I'm probably the only person in the whole planet. I was, I was young, but I actually liked the Renegade. I
Yeah.
liked him.
Another good one, the Bill DeMott. Yeah, that's a good one. Bill DeMott.
Oh yeah, that piece of shit.
Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, the Fabulous Moolah.
They've already done that episode, haven't
They already done
Yeah.
Moolah.
Oh
season
yeah, they
one.
did. They did do the Fabulous Moolah. Yeah, it was season 1. I forgot about that one. That's him. That's his fault.
Yeah.
Another one, and I feel like Dan would definitely agree with me, even though it's more of a recent event. Now, again, we are predicting recent stuff. I doubt that it would happen. Hana, forgive me, I can't say her name right.
Yeah,
Hana Kimura's suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and it's basically, for those who don't really know, there was a lot of cyberbullying. There was a lot of shit where I think like, they called her, like somebody called her fat, and somebody,
Yeah.
like, it was a lot of people. It was a bunch of bullshit that happened online, and she took it very personal.
She was fucking gorgeous, man.
Oh man,
She was.
Absolutely. China.
Yeah, they did that. They did that episode. Not on Dark Side, but they
Not
did
China.
But no, they did.
They did a documentary on China, but
Yeah.
it wasn't Dark Side.
Yeah, it wasn't Dark Side, but it was Vice also. They did that episode of China. I can't. The World According to China. I don't remember what it's called.
But I mean, it'd be a hell of an idea to have China.
Yeah.
No, not the camp. Not that documentary. No. No. I wouldn't. Another one would be pretty good. Sandman getting crucified in ECW. As a matter of fact, Sandman needs to have a Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Well, if that's the case, then 3/4 of the ECW need a fucking Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah, but Sandman, I don't even think he's ever even really had any legal trouble from what I can remember.
No. I don't think so. It's just him being notorious.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure he struggled with alcohol.
Yeah, struggles with alcohol and all that.
Is it safe to say you couldn't have a Dark Side of the Ring episode on Todd Gordon, right? Because he was pretty much, I don't want to say he's a saint, but he wasn't Paul Heyman level of like scumbag.
I mean, dude. And Robbie just slowly.
I mean, am I right, Joey?
I don't know if we could just do an episode just because, like, oh, the guy's like I mean, if we're gonna do wrestling promoters that are scummy, they're gonna have to do a ton of people.
Yeah.
I feel like Sid Vicious needs to have a Dark Side of the Ring episode. That would be another
Sid
good
Vicious,
one.
Arn Anderson, yeah.
Dude, that's what I
No.
was thinking.
We can't do no. It's the same thing with like the Scott Hall incident. It's already been beaten to the ground. We all knew what happened, but that would be probably good with the Sid Vicious episode because there's a lot of shit that happened.
The dark side of Sid playing softball. No. Apparently he would take days off on wrestling to play softball.
Yeah. But also Sid's broken leg. I mean, I believe it was Sin.
Yeah,
it was Sin.
Yeah,
he jumped off the top, the second turnbuckle,
which he said he wasn't comfortable doing.
And
look what happened.
But yeah, bro. So, bro, let me tell you, bro. You know, it'd be awesome, bro. Mike Awesome did it, bro. If Mike Awesome could do some crazy spot shit, bro, you could do it too. And it's like, Sid, it's not Mike Awesome. And that's another one. Mike Awesome. You know, you would think that they would kind of cover him with the FMW episode, but they surprisingly didn't.
No, if you want a Mike Awesome episode, bro, go to Vince Root, bro. Go to YouTube and just type in Darker Side of the Ring and just watch that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But I feel like he needs to have an episode. I feel like Mike Awesome deserves an episode. Just for the simple fact that how great his career was. Now, unfortunately, another one that ended, he, unalived himself. And I said killing himself earlier. I meant to say unalived. But, RVD is another one. But I wouldn't necessarily put RVD as a Dark Side of the Ring episode.
I mean, what are we going to do? An episode about somebody getting busted for pot?
I mean, Long story short, we could sit here all night and just.
We could.
But
Bobby had a good point. Just do a whole episode based on ECW, and it's like, yeah, it'd be a hell of an idea, but it's like, shit, two-parter for sure. Definitely a two-part episode. Haku is another one. Now this one came from going in Raw. They wanted to put Haku, and I kind of agree. I mean, basically, Haku pretty much beat up this one guy.
yeah, didn't he beat up like a security
lot of
guard or
shit.
something? Didn't Haku beat up like some security guard or something? I can't remember who he beat up. But I know he actually had like a court trial on it or something.
Something like that.
Who hasn't Haku beat up?
Yeah, the Click. We already talked about that. Concussions. The CTE, which is, I mean, it was already been covered on with the Chris Benoit incident, the Chris Benoit episode, part 1 and 2. So, like I said, I'm just going through some of the stuff. But yeah, Hardbody Harrison, that would be a wild episode. That would probably be a wild episode, just like what it is, the Graham episode.
Yeah.
The Graham episode was pretty wild for Dark Side of the Ring. So basically, well, yeah, I saw that. Basically, it's a group it was a group of family that had a long chain of unfortunate events, just as bad as the Von Erichs. So, but yeah, in other news, Edge wrestled what could possibly be his last match in WWE,
which he clarified. He clarified at the end of the match in Toronto. It's his last match in Toronto
on the contract. Yeah,
yeah.
So there's a possibility that he may be going to AEW.
I just don't see him going to AEW, but
I don't. It just and it's like, what would his name would be? His name would be the Corner.
No,
he'd probably the Corner or.
No, to be honest with you, he'd probably just go by Adam Copeland. Be honest,
at that point,
Sexton Hardcastle.
Yeah, Sexton Hardcastle.
I would say the Corner. Oh, that'd be funny as hell to see him.
Bad thing is he could.
Oh yeah, next he's not the Edge now; he's the Corner.
Yeah, because gotta be able to own the rights to that. Do they? I don't know if Metalingus is owned by WWE.
I don't know.
Oh, they don't. Oh, well, Caleb just said they don't own the rights. Oh, but then that makes a lot of sense.
Pretty sure they made that.
Could you imagine that theme being
Kingdom in WWE?
Yeah.
Same concept there.
Yeah. So anyway.
Here in Kingdom is still weird sometimes.
So at this point, Caleb is about to unveil his little fancy booking. Now, before we have a fancy booking, we have a fancy booking of our own. Joey came up with an idea. Basically, All In's coming in. Get it? All In's coming in. All In is coming to Wembley Stadium. And we're having Sting and Darby Allin versus AR Fox and Swerve Strickland in a casket match or coffin match. And this could possibly be. It looked like it may be Sting's last match. I don't know. But Joey kind of have an idea what he wants to book. So, Joey, take it away.
So, we have a history of Sting having his back turned on by his friends.
Yep.
Lex Luger and all that.
Yeah.
Let's say Darby Allin turns his back on him. We'll have a face paint versus career match.
Yeah.
Darby's face paint, Sting's career, and I think it would be a way if Sting would want to end the career, putting somebody young over, especially Darby.
Wow.
Yeah, because at this point, almost everybody in the Four Pillars have turned heel. Sammy turned heel, MJF.
Except
he's a face.
Yeah,
but
except he's like that middle guy now. He's a
tweener.
Yeah, tweener.
Robbie said it was. He's basically a tweener at this point. So basically, he's just a tweener at this point. So,
Oh, and you could also ask yourself that question too. Who's going to turn their back on who in that match?
well, we'll be watching it. We'll be watching it.
I'm going to go with my gut really quick.
Yeah,
Adam Cole's the turn.
I feel like I went down on that one because if you notice something,
When
he did like this. He did like this as a sign because he did the same thing to Roderick Strong.
yeah, but the thing is, he did it to Roger.
That,
Right.
Yeah,
or I could see Roderick Strong turning his back on Adam Cole, but I think Adam.
I don't know.
I know. I think a more stronger possibility is Adam Cole going heel. Because too, even like when
He's much better as
when
a
they
heel.
had that promo on Dynamite and fucking Cole's behind him and he's loading up the super kick.
Yeah,
Right when he turns, he's just like, "Oh hey."
but here's the thing. Like I don't necessarily see MJF as a face, right? I don't see him as a baby face.
I
mean,
don't either.
He can pull it off.
He's like Punk. Punk's got that anti-baby face, but yet he's still cheered.
Like
Do you think we're gonna get a title change at Wembley?
Or what? AEW title or the
yeah.
Real World title?
Or the world title?
No.
No, you think MJF's gonna retain it?
Oh yeah, I feel like MJF's going to retain it, but we're going to have a turn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible to have MJF lose the title. I wouldn't mind it.
I don't.
I
know.
wouldn't mind.
I
I would not mind Adam Cole. You know, I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind him winning it. And it's matter of fact, it's this weekend. It's this Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday.
It's this Sunday, which is crazy. Like it
Man,
just
y'all
came
better
by,
y'all
and then
y'all,
All Out's
hey,
right
y'all
around the
better
corner.
enjoy that because it comes on at what 12 noon.
Yeah, and then the pre-show's like 11.
I'll be at work, so I have to watch it when I get home.
But me and Joey will be watching it. So yeah. Anyway, we got a business decision going on. We got some business stuff going on.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it might be Sting's last match. Let him go out in front of 80,000 people, man. He deserves it.
I tell you what, we'll do our prediction, and I feel like well, where's the match card at? Let me see. Match card. Ah, there it is, right here. So anyway, after they're leaving. So not All Out. I don't want All Out. I want All In. So basically, we have FTR and FTR versus the Young Bucks, and this match is gonna be mighty interesting due to recent events because I don't know what's gonna happen.
The match is going to happen because
Is the match gonna happen? Like,
the match.
It's gonna happen.
The match is going to happen. He doesn't have any travel restrictions, and he hasn't had his passport taken away, so everything's still going to go on.
Yeah, and that's what I was scared about. But I think we are going to get a Young Bucks title victory. So. I could be wrong, but maybe. But you know who I feel sorry for the most, Nick? If it does happen, I feel sorry for Dax Harwood because if they were taking the titles off of them due to punishment, I feel sorry for him.
Yeah. Since he hasn't had any other convictions in the past, supposedly he might just be getting probation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, he's still able to travel.
Yeah.
He's not like he's Jey Uso where he's banned. Not banned, like he's.
Yeah,
not, yeah, it's both of them. Yeah, you're right. It's both of them.
Yeah, but if he is found guilty on this charge, he will have to get permission to go into Canada and the UK and stuff like that. And it's going to be harder, especially if it's a gun charge.
Exactly.
Because Canada's so strict on guns, so is the UK.
So, we already predicted. So, you guys, what y'all thinking? Dan, I know you pull up for the Young Bucks with this one.
Man, I want FTR to win it, but I think Young Bucks. I'm gonna go Young Bucks.
Joey?
I really don't want to see the Young Bucks get a title again. You
No.
know, they're constant. You know, they've always had the title for the longest time and all that stuff.
I don't see Young Bucks winning it. I feel like this win is very important because this is literally an 8-year rivalry that's happened since being the elite. Even before being the elite, I think started. They had issues on Twitter. It started out with a beef on Twitter, and then obviously with being the elite, the fuck the revival shit, which was absolutely incredible. It was good stuff. And then finally they get signed to AEW, which was like we actually gonna be seeing this great dream match, and it's like they already had a match with the Briscoes. FTR had the match with the Briscoes, which was outstanding. I think it's a documentary that's on there right now on the whole trilogy of FTR and the Briscoes. It's on YouTube right now, so go check it out. Really good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go with FTR this one. So the next match we also have is the AEW Women's World Championship. It's gonna be a fatal 4-way. We got the champion Hikaru Shida versus Toni Storm, Saraya, and Britt Baker. You got.
I want Saraya to win it. I don't want Britt Baker to win it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm calling it out. I doubt this will happen. I want Jamie Hayter to show up.
I think she'll be there.
I think she'll be there. Now, I'm doubting if she'll be able to get back in the ring.
Yeah, from what I heard,
because she's still injured.
Yeah, I heard like an estimated time of like 4 to 6 months. I think it was.
And so she'll probably be back, if anything, early, either late 2023 or very early 2024.
Yeah.
So they got that one. The Real World Championship.
I haven't said mine yet.
Oh shit! Yeah, my bad.
I
didn't say mine yet either.
I think Hikaru Shida is gonna retain the title. Basically making up for the time where they had to be in Daly's place constantly with no crowd.
Yeah, and this is basically her time. I mean, her winning the title at this point was great. You know what I mean? Like Toni Storm with the title, it was kind of getting.
Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Toni Storm's new character of being this jilted Hollywood
Karen
starlet.
Hey, great. Did you hear that? Did you hear that at All In she is going to denounce her citizenship of England?
Oh yeah, that's good shit. Toni Storm. Yeah, Toni Storm is that new gimmick that she's got now is absolutely amazing.
She looks like Marilyn Monroe, dude.
That's the point. But yeah, I'm digging this new gimmick for her. It's funny as hell. Just a very distraught woman that
like Chelsea Green with her Karen gimmick.
Yeah, kinda, sorta, stuff like that. I'm gonna go with Shida. I think Shida's gonna, and I'm with Joey on this one. Shida's gonna retain the title. So you think it's Saraya? So you and Dan are pulling for Saraya. Yeah. So Caleb said that Saraya's gonna win the match.
I think. Hopefully.
Saraya being like the hottest woman in the
Calm down, young one. Calm down over there.
Not what I mean.
Look, if you gotta go to the bathroom, if you gotta go to the bathroom, rub it out. Go do what you gotta do.
I mean by overness.
Well,
all right.
You want the chair?
I think that Saraya is absolutely gonna pull.
Yeah, get out of here, Bradshaw. Like a party up in his motherfucker. Anyway, moving on, we have CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. I'm pissed about this match, but at the same time, I approve of this match.
Samoa Joe.
Oh, way too stupid. Let them choose. God damn. Here's the thing, Dan. If you gotta go, Dan, do what you gotta do.
No, you're good.
A while back, when Punk came back, right? I said this, and I said this on the podcast. I said, if Tony Khan had the balls, you would book Kenny Omega versus CM Punk at All In Wembley Stadium. Apparently, they don't want that. Apparently, it would be too hostile, but it would put ass to seats. I digress. We got Samoa Joe versus CM Punk. What y'all think? What y'all thinking about this match?
I hope Samoa Joe stomps the shit out of Punk. I am so sick and tired of fucking Punk already because of his attitude. That is my pick.
And as of late, the toxicity with this man. Like, again, when I'm starting to say he's becoming more and more of Hogan.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels of '96, and even worse, Teddy Hart. Before the shit that happened with Teddy Hart, with the whole getting arrested, beating up on women, that type of bullshit, that type of shit. Like, Punk's attitude is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I really hope we can get like an old school Joe's gonna kill you.
Hogan is canceled.
I really hope that we can get an old school Joe's gonna kill you chant at CM Punk.
Yeah.
This is another discussion for another day. How is it that CM Punk can have the head of talent relations banned from a fucking building?
Because it's CM Punk.
Yeah. Christopher Daniels is head of talent relations. And you get a fucking head of talent relations banned from a building. Yeah. Bro, I just called your bitch card on that.
Imagine I can't imagine WWE going back in the day, Shawn Michaels going, I don't want Jim Ross here. Ban Jim Ross.
Yeah, no. I don't want Jim Ross there because he fucks up on the commentary. But anyway, I digress.
You know he'll be there.
I want Joe to beat the shit out of Punk. I'm with Dan. Caleb predicted Joe as well. At this point, I want Sweet Tooth to win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. And basically, it's just at this point, dude. Like, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of this whole Punk thing. Like, you look at Collision. Collision is a perfect example because it's like, just change it to CM Punk, CM Collision. That's basically what it is. It's CM Collision. Because it's just like, dear Jesus, it's like the start of the show. Like, we watch Collision. Comes out with this golden vampire bullshit, El Conquistador like costume, and sure enough,
performs the worst GTS ever.
Performed the worst GTS ever.
Which I've heard people say it's go to shit.
Yeah, you need to change it to go to shit because it's like it's getting worse.
It's on par. It's on par with the Vince McMahon stunner at WrestleMania 38.
Yes.
Oh God! Oh, that stunner! Oh, that was horrible.
Sorry to put that back in y'all's heads.
Oh God! But yeah, I'm with Dan. I think it's a unanimous. We want Joe to win it. Why not? We already made this match. Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve and AR Fox in a coffin match. Who do y'all pick for that match?
Sting and Darby.
Sting and Darby. Tony was recently bragging that Sting's undefeated and thinks it's his best run ever. It's not his best run. It's a cool. It's one of his cool runs. I can admit that.
Is basically what Kiss is doing right now. What the band Kiss is doing. They're having their farewell tour. This is basically Sting's farewell tour at this point.
Kiss has been doing a farewell tour since 1999. I ordered that on pay-per-view back in the day.
When I say this,
you know what I'm doing.
I wouldn't have said this 10 years ago. Give me more Joker Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after what we saw the other night, which was now becoming a meme.
And then I saw a thing with Penta dressed as Batman, and we need Joker, Sting as Joker.
Oh, God. I miss the Penta Batman. I miss it. Look badass with it. But yeah, Sting and Darby in a coffin match. I'm going to win it. I'm going to pick Sting and Darby.
I think Swerve and AR Fox are going to win. I think it's Sting's
But
last
that would
match.
be cool though. What?
I think it's Sting's last match, and he's going to put over Swerve and AR Fox.
That'd be the smart thing to do.
Yeah?
That'd be the smart thing to do. Have that match. It'd be a good way to spin off Sting.
You know, it'd be crazy, and I do tend to agree. I agree with him. Watch Sting get put in the coffin, and they carry the coffin out, symbolizing the end of his career. You know how crazy looking that would be?
That would be. That would be.
Just the visual of seeing Sting in a casket getting carried out of Wembley Stadium.
So moving right along, we have. Well, did y'all gave y'all predictions?
Yeah.
Anyway, we got Eddie Kingston, Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, and the Lucha Bros versus the Blackpool Combat Club with 3 other members in a Stadium Stampede. Now, we will have a prediction for the match, and also another prediction for who could be the 3 possible people.
I think I know who it is.
And you need to let it out. Let it all out.
So I don't know all 3. I'm not saying I know who all 3 of them are, but I at least know who I think is going to be 2 of them are. Santana and Ortiz. Why not? I say this. Here's my 3. Santana, Ortiz, and Homicide.
Okay.
It's not a bad pick.
Yeah,
Who else could it be?
I'd be really disappointed with Homicide though, because his recent match, what was it, last year during the Hall of Fame for the GCW match?
Him against Moxley.
And it was not good.
No, it wasn't. Him against Moxley, it was his match.
You could tell he's not.
Manhattan. At the Hammerstein Ballroom.
You can tell he's older now, and he can't do it as good.
Well, I mean, this kind of match could disguise that because all it is just going to be fucking weapons and high spots.
Yeah, but I did hear there's like an issue with Ortiz though, like or something like that.
Santana Ortiz, they're not reuniting.
Yeah,
due to personal issues.
You don't think?
Although it'll be great. Yeah, it'll be great to have them back. But I don't see it.
Other than that, I don't know who it could be.
I don't see. I really don't know, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's anybody's ball game.
I feel like with Bryan Danielson's injury, I feel like AEW doesn't know who it's gonna be. I feel like Tony Khan has no clue. He's probably just calling up people like, "Hey, if you make this match,
this is gonna be Chris Hero."
Oh God. Teddy Hart's gonna be the 3rd member.
He's been supposedly Tony's been trying to talk Chris Hero to get back in the ring.
That makes sense.
He's doing producing already there.
Man, I really don't know. I really don't know who's gonna be the 3 guys. But I'm picking Blackpool Combat Club.
Hopefully
they're gonna win it.
Hopefully we find something out on Dynamite or something.
You have an idea. Moving on. Oh, by the way, who y'all picked to win the match?
Probably BCC.
Yeah, BCC.
Yeah.
BCC, yeah. Even though we got the Lucha Bros in a Stadium Stampede, that is an absolute freaking plus that we got them 2 in a Stadium Stampede match. I feel like maybe Pac could be. Well, no, Pac's injured right now. So.
Yeah, he's injured
again.
I just want to see Orange Cassidy do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
I just want to see him pull some dumb shit. That's literally all I'm looking forward to in the match. I'm not gonna lie.
We have, moving on, Chris Jericho. This is by far the most ridiculous match of the bunch. Bear with me. Chris Jericho versus Will Ospreay. Now, granted, I understand why. Because, obviously, if you watched Dynamite this past Wednesday, Jericho declined the offer to join whatever faction that, what's his name? Don
Callis family.
Don Callis' little family, whatever. And he ended up getting Will Ospreay. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this match cannot be no more than 10 minutes. I'm going to keep it real. If anything, he's going to bring out the Lionheart gimmick. I think Jericho's going to bring out the Lionheart gimmick.
Do you think that Chris Jericho is going to attempt to try and match Will Ospreay's style?
There's no way.
There's no way.
Absolutely no way. You could have had Kenny Omega versus.
But I do have to say though, if anybody can make Jericho have a good match, it's going to be Ospreay.
Yeah.
But
I'm not going to sit here on this podcast right now and shit on Jericho.
No.
Until the match is over.
Although I do feel that Chris Jericho is going to do some flying through the ropes on the outside.
And that's where I put my foot down. I'm not going to be on the podcast to talk shit about Jericho either, but it's like, here's a 50-some-year-old man. Now, granted, Sting jumped off the damn stage, and he's in his mid-60s at this point. He jumped off the balcony, jumped off the ladder, so why can't Chris do that?
Yeah.
Why can't Chris do the same thing?
Yeah, but Chris was in ECW and everything, and so Sting didn't get to live up to that gimmick.
No,
of being the extreme guy.
My biggest outcome is I don't give a shit who wins or loses. My take going out of this is I am so fucking happy for Will Ospreay getting to wrestle in front of 82,000 people in his home country.
Oh yeah,
I am so fucking happy for that guy.
To bring out
against the wrestling
and Nick and Joey, Nick and Joey know how much of a Will Ospreay mark I am. I am so fucking happy for that dude.
Oh yeah, the dude deserves the world at this point because this is his year. Did he win the G1? No, but he at this point. Yeah, I agree. At the same time, I don't think he needs to win the G1. He's already freaking well known. He's already doing great. You know what I mean? He's doing great in various other promotions. He's not doing all the indie stuff. The only one he's doing is AEW. So I'm picking Will Ospreay. Dan, I'm sure Dan's got Will Ospreay as well.
I also have Will Ospreay.
Exactly, Joey. Who you got?
Will Ospreay.
100%.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe there might be something with him and Sammy Guevara interfering, but I don't know.
That would be a good match for All Out.
Yeah,
Guevara versus Ospreay.
Yeah, it could set up a feud with Guevara
versus Ospreay. It could start something.
So, really quick, this is my pick for that match.
I figured that.
That's not the right belt, dude.
No, it's not.
I know. I need to get the UK title now.
You just need to find a UK sticker and just slap it on there.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you gotta do. And closing the show, well, we just ain't gonna be closing the show, but for us, the Golden Elite, which is Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and the returning Kota Ibushi versus the Bang Bang Gang. I hate it when they. By the way, before we get to it, I hate the fact that they say the Bang Bang Gang. Like, it makes me cringe every time Jay White says the Bang Bang Gang. It's like, why?
The more like Juice Robinson, Bang Bang Gang.
Oh God, like Juice is just freaking cringe.
Juice is cringe to me.
Yeah, he's
just super cringe. It's like the more cringy Macho Man.
All of his promos are just like Rawr! Bang Bang Gang. He's got that gravelly voice.
Again,
he's like, you big idiot,
Macho Man. So anyway, we got the Bang Bang Gang, which is Jay White and Juice Robinson, and also, which I don't know why this is the freaking tag team match. It should have just been Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure that's will probably be at All Out more than likely. Takeshita, Jay White, Juice Robinson gets a Golden Elite. I think we all know who's going to win this match. We all know. And it's going to be Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita. That's where I'm going with this.
You're going with the
set up. I can't stand the Bang Bang Gang, and this is, in my opinion, this is bringing down Jay White's career because Jay White is nothing more than an amazing talent. I put him on another level with Will Ospreay. I put him in that same level. See, everybody knows Dan and Joey, they know that I'm a Jay White mark. They know I'm a Jay White mark. So the fact that he's with Juice Robinson of all people, who is absolute cringe, and having his Bullet Club gold, like, no. I'm not digging it, but at the same time, I love it because of Jay White. Jay White made that group. He made the Bullet Club go. Plain and simple. And so I'm picking the Bullet Club gold.
No, Nick, what does he do?
He makes the money.
Makes the money, bro.
He makes the money. Now I don't know what Joey picked.
What, Joey got a bed in his wrestling ring or something?
Jesus Christ. That's a hell of a ring. That's a hell of a bed, dude.
Dude, that's fucking jumps off the top turnbuckle into his comforter.
Where what wrestler? Who was it that fell asleep during that match? And oh my God, I'm gonna have to come back to it.
Well, Ric Flair recently admitted that he fell asleep in the ring.
I'm not surprised on that one.
On his retirement match. Sorry,
I am not surprised.
Sorry, I had to use the restroom. Fuck, what was we were talking about? What match were we on again?
We were on the Golden Elite versus Bullet Club Gold.
Yeah.
Gang, bang, gang.
Yeah, freaking Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah, I don't think Bullet Club Gold's going to win.
I'm picking it. I'm picking it. They're going to win. I'm picking it.
I'd like to see something different, so I'll pick the Bang Bang Gang.
What'd you go? I feel like the Golden Elite's got that.
Nope. And with that, before we close out the show, we have a special bonus fantasy booking before we wrap this up, because we've been there for freaking forever. Making his epic return, because he's not part of World of Kayfabe. I give you Caleb, and this is the part where he likes to break down your fantasy booking 101. Good shit. So Caleb, take it away.
All right. Before I come to anything here, it's Orange Cassidy, by the way. It was Orange Cassidy that fell asleep during a match. It wasn't an AEW. It was in.
Yeah, it was an indie show.
Yeah, it was on an indie show. Absolutely hilarious. But all right. I'm gonna get the
you get
big
to sit in the
chair.
chair.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get to
yeah.
sit in the chair.
Can I wear your blazer?
You can even wear my blazer.
Yeah.
I'm in, dummy.
I'm in. All right, I have it all typed up here. Give me a second to pull it up, but I'm gonna go ahead and fantasy book Io Sky's entire title reign from now until she loses the title. Let me pull it up here. All right, so it's gonna start on this coming up SmackDown. I'm gonna have Io Sky comes out on the next SmackDown and declares that she wants to fight someone at Payback for the title because she knows she will win, making it an open challenge for anyone to appear and match her. Asuka and Zelina Vega both come out simultaneously, yell at each other, one-on-one promo, followed by a number one contenders match to fight Io at Payback. Asuka and Zelina are putting on a banger. Shotzi jumps the barricade, beats up Bayley at ringside, which Zelina turns to cheer on Shotzi for beating up Bayley. Asuka rolls her up, kick out, into the Asuka lock to make Vega tap. Asuka and Io exchange words, with Bayley calling Asuka a has-been champion. Io says she has the utmost respect for Asuka and that Bayley has no reason to say that to Asuka. At Payback, Io and Asuka start the match, putting on an absolutely amazing technical match until Bayley interferes and attempts to eye poke, eye scrape Asuka. Io reaches over the top ropes to fuss at Bayley, with Asuka rolling up Io. Io kicks out, standing chest stomp by Io. Over the moonsault, 1, 2, 3. Io retains. Bayley comes into the ring to raise Io's arm. Kick to the stomach by Io, and another over the moonsault by Io to Bayley. Nick, what are you doing?
Just saying. Make sure you enunciate the Nick. Because they can be mistaken for another.
Oh my god. With Io turning on Bayley. The SmackDown after Payback, Io comes out to explain herself, with Shotzi coming out and saying thank you to Io for what she did to Bayley. Io says she didn't do it for Shotzi. She did it because Bayley is disrespectful to amazing women's wrestlers such as Shotzi. And we proceed to have Bayley versus Shotzi on SmackDown, where Io interferes and attacks Bayley, followed by Shotzi attacking Io for interfering in her business. At Survivor Series, which, by the way, in this fantasy booking, I skipped Fastlane.
No one cares about Fastlane.
Look, it was an accident. I forgot that it exists.
Don't care about Fastlane.
Last time it was relevant, it was what? Was it Triple H and Dean Ambrose? So who cares?
Right. But at Survivor Series, we get Bayley versus Io versus Shotzi, with Bayley taking an early lead, Shotzi taking control after breaking up a pin with a top rope splash. Bayley takes back control until Io hits an over the moonsault to both women, pinning Shotzi to retain yet again. On the SmackDown after Survivor Series, Dakota comes out and confronts Io as to why she turned on Bayley and that she's a disgrace to what Damage Control could have been. Io says that Damage Control ran its course and she wants to move on to bigger and better things. Dakota says that she will get her payback to Io when she is cleared to wrestle. Now, in between this time from Survivor Series to Royal Rumble, we're going to have a couple of mini feuds, which will have Io and Bianca, which I think would be an absolutely amazing match. I understand there's like hate on Bianca for holding the title for so long and it being a boring reign. I think this match would be absolutely fantastic. A little sleeper pick here. Michin versus Io. Again, I think it would be an absolutely amazing match. We could just have that on a SmackDown. But with this match, we're going to have Zelina come out and say that she wants her shot with Io after Asuka came up short. And we get Zelina Vega versus Io at the Royal Rumble, with Bayley coming out during the match and cheap-shotting Io. Zelina attempts a pin, close count. Io trips Zelina into an ankle lock, slamming Zelina's knee into the mat with an over-the-moonsault, with Bayley coming in and beating Io up before the 3 count is over. Io still winning the match by DQ. And later that night, which this is to be determined because Dakota Kai does have an ACL tear, which puts her around Royal Rumble-ish. But later that night, Dakota Kai returns at the Rumble, ending up in the final 4 with Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Indy Hartwell. Eventually overcoming the odds of the final 2 being Raquel and Dakota Kai winning the Royal Rumble. Which I'm a big Dakota stan, so sorry. Oh my gosh. As soon as she wins the Rumble, she grabs a mic and says that she is absolutely declaring her match against Io and that she's going to take the title from her.
She's pregnant.
Bro. At Elimination Chamber, we're going to have Io Sky defend against Indy Hartwell. After Indy wins a Battle Royale or something of the such on SmackDown for the match, with Dakota Kai interfering, ending in a DQ. Over the next coming weeks, Dakota calls out Io with Bayley by her side. And at WrestleMania, we have Io versus Dakota Kai in an epic match, with Io winning clean over Dakota Kai, overcoming all of Bayley's cheap shot attempts. And Dakota Kai, after the end of the match, has a breakdown, attacking Bayley, ending every bit of what was left of Damage Control. At Backlash, we have Dakota versus Bayley, with Bayley taking an early lead, with Dakota tripping Bayley, Kayfabe injuring Bayley's ankle during the match. Bayley attempts to hit a rose plant, countered by Dakota into a roll-up for the win. At Night of Champions, we have Dakota versus Bayley again, but this time, Bayley taking the win, actually getting the rose plant off. 1, 2, 3. Now, I know this is like wrong of me to do for having someone win both of these matches in the same year. But at Money in the Bank, I put together the women's Money in the Bank ladder match being Dakota Kai, Raquel Rodriguez, Candice LeRae, Zoe Stark, Bianca Belair, and Piper Niven.
Why the hell you put Piper Niven in this crappy match?
Because there's always 1 to 2
Who the
big.
hell cares about Piper?
You're not wrong.
Yeah, but Piper coming back recently with this heel run that she's doing with Chelsea Green is okay.
It's all right. I did not like what they did with fucking Caden Carter and Katana Chance.
Yeah.
Ugh. Tonight,
Yeah.
My god, I couldn't stand it.
Yeah, that was bad.
But I think we're gonna have Dakota Kai attempting to win using the same method that Io did last year by cuffing 2 people through the ladder, cuffing Raquel and Bianca, but they knock down the ladder with Dakota hanging onto the briefcase up top, Raquel Rodriguez reaching for her, and Dakota pulling down the briefcase with her. So Dakota Kai wins Money in the Bank. Yes, I know she also won Royal Rumble, but I think 2024 could absolutely be Dakota Kai's year.
You damn Mark!
Dakota Kai's a great wrestler. Leave me alone. All right. Pushing on over to SummerSlam. Bless you, by the way.
Thanks.
We have Io versus Bailey. Io takes an early lead in the match. Bailey trips Io into the turnbuckle. Rose plant. Dakota Kai runs out, cashes it in, making it a triple threat match. Dakota Kai hits a chiropractor to Bailey. Io hits a Pele kick to Dakota Kai and attempts to pin Bailey. Bailey kicks out. Dakota Kai comes back in, hits a drop kick to Bailey, knocking her out of the ring, dodges a clothesline from Io, chiropractor to Io. 1, 2, 3, and Dakota Kai beats Io Sky for the women's title. I think that post SummerSlam, this could lead into a lot of amazing feuds.
You just want Dakota to win it.
Indy Hartwell and Dakota Kai could put on absolute bangers.
Why the hell you want Indy Hartwell to win it?
I didn't say she was gonna win it. Charlotte Flair, I know. I think that they could put on a good match. And I feel like Dakota Kai would eventually drop the title to a debuting or a shortly on the roster Roxanne Perez.
That makes sense. I love Roxanne.
Anyways, that concludes my Io Sky's title reign. I think she'll hold it for an exact 365 days and drop it next year at SummerSlam.
That's right. Because apparently he's a friggin' Dakota Kai mark, apparently. So,
I am, but it's going to happen. Don't worry.
all right, get your butt out of my damn chair. Jesus Christ.
It's going to happen. Don't worry.
I have a special announcement before we wrap the show up. And it involves the two of you.
You're pregnant.
No. I have a wrestling tryout this Saturday at APW's Really? What fell?
Nothing.
What
Literally nothing.
Jesus Christ. It's like, I got these two clowns over here. Anyway, we have APW presents Saved by the Bell. It's going to be in Plaquemine at the, I think the Copac Gym. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I believe tickets are still on sale. It could be sold out. Anyway, get your tickets. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be good stuff. A friend of ours, Chase Matthews, recently turned heel.
Yeah, I saw that
Form,
on Facebook.
and huh?
Yeah, I saw that. He's got that new tag team.
Yeah, the low budget Judgment Day, as I like to call it. Anyway, with that also, I will be doing my very first wrestling tryout, so I get to check out the seminar and kind of see what goes down with the basics and all that stuff. Dude, I'm excited. I can't wait to be a part of this. It's going to be wild. It's going to be awesome. So come on down. Hang out with me. Come say hi and all that good stuff. And if I don't pass out, I'll hang out with you and all that good shit. So with that being said, that concludes our podcast. You know, thank you for Robbie and Kayla being a part of it. Even though
Dealing with the shenanigans in the background.
with the bullshit in the background. Because, you know, we got to make it entertaining and all that good shit. So I hope you guys like this episode. If you do, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more good stuff. We got some pretty good stuff coming through.
Such good shit.
Very good shit.
Subscribe for me being a mark to Dakota Kai.
That's fair.
That's fair. Also, check out our merch at our Lincoln Tree. It's on Facebook. Just click the link. You'll see our merch. Go get it. Go get you some Water Kayfabe merch and all that good stuff. As well as check out Dan and Joey's Super Me Gusta Bros Twitch channel. They do stream. But like, how often y'all stream, Joey?
It's kind of random right now.
Oh, well. Also, if you're tired of the Super Me Gusta Bros, come check out the Ultimate Click Gaming. No,
Ultimate
not,
Click Gaming!
Shut
Hey, now you know how I feel, asshole.
You know what? Fuck off.
I am the Click Commander!
Says the one that has.
God.
Says the one that whose name is Roadhead Gaming. Anyway, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's not talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
No, just end it, Joey. Just cut it all right.
No, do not end it. For that being said, this is the famous one, Nick Venom, along with my good friend, Saga Lee Crocker, and we are out of here. Crocker, hit the track.
And I make me happy. Oh, baby,
Can I tell you something as a friend? No, can I tell you something as a friend?
Yeah.
Come on in if you would, please. You're the shits. You really are. You're the worst I heard.
That's all.
Oh, me gusta.